Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mary from Beda's Makeover. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to a simple way to draw your brows and conceal your brows. So first off, I'll be going over with my tint and tame from TM Essential. I'm using this to define my brows because I really do not have brows, so I would use this to define my brows before drawing. I'm just slightly brushing it to the shape I want it to take. So after I finish doing this, I'm going to use my Beauty Line by DD pencil to draw my brows, the same pencil I was using. So I'm going to use it to draw my brows. So now the trick to drawing brows is that if you have scanty brows like me, since you've done this, that's using your tamer to brush up, you just slightly go over the brows to fill it up. So you're not necessarily pressing on the pencil or whatever pencil you're using. It can be David's pencil you're using or a pencil like this that rolls up. So you don't press, you just slightly shade it and make sure you feel any opening, like excess opening that you see. That's the places that don't have brows, you fill them up and then you follow the same line like I would be doing now. But for people that have really full brows, they don't even need to stress themselves to do all these things that we are struggling to do. Yeah, so but I'm slightly filling it up, slightly filling it up. So I'm not necessarily pressing on the pencil per se. So I'm just filling. Do the same thing here, do the same thing here. So if you notice, I started from the tail of my brows till I got to the bridge area. So now I've done this part. Then I'm going to brush to be sure I'm doing the right thing. So now the bottom area of the brow looks okay. So we'll go back to the top. So now the top, the way you're meant to hold your pencil, you're not supposed to press it, because if you press it, you would realize that you have harsh lines or too thick lines on your brows. So just hold your pencil lightly and you make sure that you don't exceed, except if you like really big brows, but endeavor not to exceed where your brow stops. Do not exceed and be drawing excess lines on top. So I'm just going to be going and following my normal line. So I'm just going to do like this, and then I'm not a fan of big brows, so that's why I'm making sure I'm not exceeding my normal brow line. So I'm just going to shade it because, as you all know, I really do not have brows. So I'm going to brush again. Brush. The trick to having like a natural looking brows is to brush. You just have to brush. Don't just leave it the way you, after you finish shading it, you just leave it. You'd have really ugly brows. So for this brow, I'm going to be doing the same thing I did here. So I'm just copying and pasting. So slightly shade till you get it to the shape of, it has to be like the same, they have to be identical twins. So I'm shading slightly, by the way. Then for the top, you know how we said we are not supposed to exceed, so that's what we'll be doing also. Just follow your normal brow the length of your brow and the size, then just go over it. And you shade. And you brush. These two shades here to conceal. So one thing about concealing your brows is the under, that's this area of your brows, should have like a lighter color, not too light, like a shade of concealer lighter than your shade. So it should be here. That's your brow bone. So that's what I'm about to do now. So I'm dragging it down now. That's the excess concealer now. So for this other side, I'm going to be using a shade. That's my shade of concealer. I'm going to be using my shade of concealer. And make sure to clean the lighter shade of concealer out of your angle brush first before using your concealer shade. Then I'm taking it backwards to that one and blending it down. So I'll go over with a lighter shade first before I go with a darker shade. I realized I carried too much concealer, so I'm reducing it instead of applying everything on the brow first. So it will be easier for me to blend and not have harsh lines. And don't forget to clean, guys. Clean the lighter shade before you apply the darker shade of concealer. Then you drag it backwards and bring it down like so. So now for the top of my brows, I'm going to be using my concealer shade to do that. And I'm not using too much concealer, by the way, so as to avoid harsh lines, so it will be easier for me to blend. So you're supposed to hold the brush like this and it's going this way. You know, when you were concealing the bottom, it went this way, so it's going this other way. So slightly I'll be following the line, and as you can see, I'm not pressing the brush. And I'm brushing upwards now. I'm brushing the excess concealer upward. So this is what it looks like. Holding the brush also upwards, and slightly I'm going to conceal. And now I'm brushing the excess concealer upward. So I'm just brushing it over. V Beauty powder palette, and I would go over with this shade just to properly align my brows. Just going over here and dabbing. Go over again and so guys, this is the finished look of the brows. I hope this video was able to help you learn a thing or two on how to properly draw your brows. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below what other looks you would like me to create in my next video. And don't forget to share. And if you haven't subscribed, also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.